240 Chinese fighters climb through dawn clouds. 87 warships surge toward Taiwan, above and below, sky and sea, simultaneously. At 6:47 a.m., American F-35s engage at 35,000 feet, while Aegis destroyers fire at wave-top level. The largest three-dimensional battle since World War II begins in the Taiwan Strait. This is where stealth fighters duel, where hypersonic missiles streak, where submarines hunt, where electronic warfare blinds. This is modern combat in two domains at once. This is China versus America, and nobody is ready for what happens next. Chinese Eastern Theater Command launches coordinated assault on Taiwan. Strategy requires simultaneous control of air and sea. Dominate sky to protect invasion fleet. Control water to land troops. Lose either domain and entire operation collapses. So China commits everything at once. Maximum effort. 1,800 aircraft. 240 warships. Largest military operation since D-Day. This is their moment. Chinese pilots and sailors trained for this scenario for decades. Built equipment specifically for this fight. Studied American tactics obsessively. Prepared counter-strategies carefully. Now, theory meets reality. Planning becomes execution. Training becomes combat. And everyone discovers that plans don't survive contact with enemy. American Indo-Pacific Command detects Chinese launch at 5:52 a.m. through multiple intelligence layers. Space-based infrared satellites register aircraft taking off from 27 different air bases simultaneously. Maritime reconnaissance tracks ships departing 8 ports in coordinated formation. Electronic intercepts confirm attack orders transmitted to all units. NSA decrypts Chinese military communications in real time. Every sensor confirms same conclusion. This is the invasion. This is maximum Chinese effort. This is when 75 years of Taiwan tension becomes kinetic warfare. Admiral Samuel Paparo commands from Hawaii. Sends flash message to all Pacific forces. Execute Taiwan defense plan. Engage all hostile forces. Rules of engagement. Weapons free. This is war. What's your prediction for this battle? Type A, if American technology dominates. Type B, if Chinese numbers overwhelm. Chinese air assault begins with coordinated waves designed to overwhelm American defenses through complexity and mass. First wave launches at 5:58 a.m., consists of 24 J-16D electronic warfare aircraft. Their mission is critical. Jam American radars, disrupt communications, create electromagnetic chaos. Each J-16D carries specialized jamming pods, generating 10,000 watts of focused interference. They target specific American radar frequencies. SPY-6 Aegis systems, APG-81 fighter radars, E-2D Hawkeye surveillance aircraft. Chinese electronic attack coordinates across multiple frequencies simultaneously. American radar screens fill with false contacts. Ghost targets, phantom aircraft. Data links degrade. Voice communications crackle with static. Electronic warfare is invisible but decisive. Chinese buy 6 minutes of confusion, 6 minutes of American systems struggling to distinguish real threats from electronic deception, 6 minutes of advantage that could determine entire battle outcome. Second wave launches at 6:04 a.m., brings stealth element, 36 J-20 fighters, China's most advanced aircraft, designed specifically to defeat American air defenses. Low radar cross-section, internal weapons bays, advanced avionics. Each J-20 carries 6 PL-15 long-range air-to-air missiles with 200-mile range. Mission is clear: kill American fighters. Establish air superiority. J-20s spread across wide front. Flying patterns designed to exploit American radar gaps. Seeking F-35s protecting carrier groups. Looking for kills that break American air defense umbrella. Chinese pilots are trained, experienced, motivated. They believe their aircraft matches American stealth. They believe their missiles outrange American weapons. They believe numbers compensate for any remaining technology gap. Reality will test these beliefs brutally. Don't miss how this three-dimensional battle develops. Subscribe for complete tactical breakdown. American response is massive and immediate. USS Ronald Reagan launches full air wing. 48 FA-18 Super Hornets, 24 F-35C Lightning II fighters, 4 EA-18G Growler electronic warfare aircraft, 2 E-2D Hawkeye early warning planes. Total of 78 aircraft airborne in 23 minutes. USS Carl Vinson and USS Abraham Lincoln launch similar numbers. American carrier air wings put 234 aircraft into contested airspace within 30 minutes of Chinese launch detection. This is what carriers exist for. This is power projection from mobile platforms. This is American naval aviation doctrine executed perfectly. Every pilot has TADU 100+ flight hours. Every aircraft has cutting-edge sensors. Every weapon system is proven in combat. American advantages are training, technology, experience. Chinese advantages are numbers, proximity, motivation. These advantages collide at 35,000 feet over Taiwan Strait. First air-to-air engagement occurs at 6:23 a.m. when American F-35 division, led by Commander Michael Chen, detects 4 J-20s at a 140 miles range, stealth versus stealth, advanced sensors versus advanced sensors. But American F-35's sensor fusion gives information edge, multiple data sources integrated automatically, radar, infrared, electronic support measures, data links from other aircraft, complete tactical picture assembled in cockpit displays. Chen's division achieves radar lock first, fires 4 AM-1-20D missiles at 90 miles, maximum range shot. Missiles track on inertial guidance initially, switch to active radar for terminal phase. Chinese J-20s detect launch, chaff deploys, jamming activates, evasive maneuvers begin. 3 J-20s evade successfully through combination of electronic warfare and violent maneuvering. Fourth pilot reacts 2 seconds slower. AM-120D homes successfully. Detonates proximity fuse. Fragmentation warhead shreds J-20's wing. Aircraft tumbles. Pilot ejects at 38,000 feet. Parachute opens. He'll land in Taiwan Strait. Rescue uncertain. First kill of air war belongs to America. Chen's division doesn't celebrate. 3 J-20s still closing. They're firing back. This level of detailed air combat analysis requires serious research. Subscribe to support this work. Chinese PL-15 missiles have longer range than American AM-120D, 200 miles versus 100 miles. Chinese strategy exploits this advantage. Fire from distance. Force Americans defensive. 6 PL-15s streak toward Chen's division. American pilots execute defensive maneuvers, hard turns, rapid descent, chaff deployment, infrared countermeasures, electronic jamming. F-35's advanced defensive systems work overtime. 5 missiles miss through combination of maneuvers and countermeasures. 6th achieves proximity detonation. Shrapnel damages F-35's tail. Flight controls compromised. Pilot maintains control, returns to carrier. Aircraft is damaged, but survivable. Pilot is safe. Mission effectiveness reduced, but not eliminated. Air battle intensifies rapidly as more aircraft join engagement. While fighters duel at altitude, maritime battle develops simultaneously below. Chinese surface fleet consists of massive formation. Type 055 destroyers lead. Each carries 112 vertical launch cells loaded with YJ-18 anti-ship missiles and HQ-9 air defense missiles. Type 052D destroyers follow in supporting role. Type 054A frigates provide close escort. Behind combat ships come invasion force. Type 075 amphibious assault ships carrying 30,000 Marines. Type 071 landing platform docks with landing craft. Type 072 landing ships tank. Complete amphibious capability, 87 warships, total carrying invasion force, and protecting them with 3,400 surface-to-air missiles and 1,200 anti-ship missiles. This is Chinese naval power concentrated. Everything they built, everything they trained, everything they planned, now committed to single operation. What would you do as American Carrier Group Commander facing these numbers? Comment your tactical approach below. American carrier strike groups deploy in defensive formation designed to maximize mutual support while maintaining offensive capability. USS Ronald Reagan Group positions northeast of Taiwan. 11 ships including 2 Ticonderoga-class cruisers and 7 Arleigh Burke destroyers. USS Carl Vinson Group covers east approach. Similar composition, USS Abraham Lincoln Group provides strategic reserve southeast of Taiwan. Combined American surface force totals 33 combatant ships with 1-800 vertical launch cells. That's 1-800 missiles ready to fire. Mix of SM-6 air defense, SM-2 medium range, Tomahawk land attack, and LRASM anti-ship. American advantages are technology, training, sensor integration, combat systems. Every ship shares targeting data automatically through cooperative engagement capability. Chinese see individual ships. Americans see networked fleet. This integration multiplies effectiveness exponentially. First anti-ship engagement begins at 6:34 a.m. when Chinese Type 055 destroyer Nanchang achieves fire control solution on USS Chancellorsville, American Ticonderoga-class cruiser. Range 52 miles, perfect geometry for attack. Nanchang's Type 346B radar locks target. Fire control computers calculate trajectory. Vertical launch cells open. 8 YJ-18 anti-ship missiles launch in rapid salvo over 12 seconds. Each missile weighs 2.5 tons at launch. Booster fires. Missile climbs to 2,000 feet. Booster separates. Ramjet sustainer ignites. Missile accelerates to Mach 0.9. Descends to 50 feet above waves. Sea skimming flight profile. Active radar seeker activates in terminal phase. Each carries 300 kilogram semi-armor piercing warhead, designed specifically to penetrate American ship hulls. These missiles represent 2 decades of Chinese anti-ship missile development, specifically engineered to kill American cruisers and destroyers. Now, theory becomes test. 8 missiles streak toward Chancellorsville through dawnlight. Chancellorsville's SPY-6 air and missile defense radar detects launch within 2 seconds. Most powerful air defense radar ever deployed. Tracks all 8 missiles simultaneously from launch to impact. Aegis Combat System Baseline 10 calculates intercept solutions in milliseconds. Assigns weapons. Determines optimal engagement sequence. SM-6 missiles are first defensive layer. Long-range intercept capability. 4 missiles launch from forward VLS cells. Each SM-6 costs $4.3 million. Accelerates to Mach 3.5, climbs to 50,000 feet, dives toward incoming threats. Active radar seekers acquire targets. 4 YJ-18s explode at 35 miles from ship. Debris rains into ocean. 4 Chinese missiles still incoming. Closer now, 28 miles. Chancellorsville launches SM-2 Block 3C missiles. Medium-range defensive layer, 2 missiles per target, 8 SM-2s total. They engage at 22 miles, 2 successful intercepts, 2 missiles still penetrating. Range 15 miles, Chancellorsville fires evolved Sea Sparrow missiles. Shorter range, higher speed, more maneuverable. 4 ESSMs launch, 1 kill at 8 miles, 1 Chinese missile remaining. Final defensive layer is Phalanx close-in weapon system, 20mm Gatling cannon, radar-guided, fully automatic. Computer calculates intercept point, tracks incoming missile, fires 4,500 rounds per minute. Tungsten penetrators stream at 3,400 feet per second, 600 rounds in 2 seconds. Chinese missile disintegrates 1-200 yards from ship. Fragments splash into water. Chancellorsville survives unscathed. But defensive mathematics are sobering. 8 Chinese missiles required 11 American interceptors plus 600 cannon rounds. Cost ratio favors attacker. Chinese missiles cost $3 million each. American defense cost $50 million plus cannon ammunition. If every engagement is this expensive, defender goes bankrupt before attacker runs out of missiles. If you're following this intense three-dimensional combat, hit subscribe now. Chinese recognize American missile defense effectiveness. Adapt tactics. If 8 missiles fail, try 80. 12 Type 055 and Type 052D destroyers fire simultaneously at 6:47 a.m. Total of 96 YJ-18 missiles targeting American carrier group. This is saturation attack. Overwhelm defenses through volume. American Aegis systems track all 96 missiles. Assign priority. Distribute engagement responsibility across entire task force. Every destroyer and cruiser launches interceptors. SM-6s at long range, SM-2s at medium, ESSMs at close range. Sky fills with missile contrails. Explosions blossom across radar screens as interceptors find targets. American defensive success rate is 84%. Out of 96 Chinese missiles, 81 are destroyed at various ranges. 15 penetrate defensive layers. Reach final approach to ships. Phalanx systems engage. Guns blazing at maximum rate. 11 more missiles destroyed, 4 reach targets. USS John Finn takes 2 hits. Explosions tear through hull. Flooding begins. 47 sailors killed, 83 wounded. Ship lists. Damage control teams fight to save vessel. USS Curtis Wilbur takes 1 hit. Superstructure damaged, 23 dead, still combat capable. USS Mustin takes 1 hit. Fire spreads. 31 casualties. American fleet survives, but bleeds. First blood to China in surface warfare. But cost was enormous. 96 missiles fired. 4 hits achieved. 4% success rate. Chinese missile inventory depleting rapidly. They cannot sustain this exchange rate, but neither can American interceptor stocks. Modern naval warfare proves brutally expensive for both sides. Submarine warfare occurs simultaneously in 3 dimensions below surface. USS Mississippi, Virginia-class attack submarine, stocks Chinese Type 093 at 400 feet depth. Passive sonar contact at 14,000 yards. Mississippi's commander, Captain Jennifer Torres, maneuvers silently into optimal firing position. Virginia-class boats are quietest submarines ever built. Chinese cannot detect them until too close. Range closes methodically. 10,000 yards, 8,000 yards, 6,000 yards. Chinese Type 093 is loud by comparison. Propeller cavitation, machinery noise, structural creaks, easy to track. Torres orders Mk-48 ADCAP torpedo launch at 4,000 yards. Weapon enters water almost silently. Swims toward target using passive sonar, listening for propeller noise. At 2,000 yards, torpedo goes active, pings Chinese submarine with sonar pulses. Target detected. Guidance adjusts. Chinese submarine detects torpedo, launches decoys, attempts evasion, turns hard, dives deep. Too late. Mk-48 is faster, smarter, more determined. Detonates under Chinese submarine's keel. 650-pound warhead creates bubble of gas. Submarine's back breaks. Hull ruptures. Sinks with all 110 crew. Nobody survives. Nobody escapes. Submarine warfare is silent, quick, absolute. First underwater kill belongs to America. Your engagement determines what content we produce. Comment analysis and share this breakdown. But Chinese submarines achieve kills too. Type 093, submarine 4Hawan-7, positions perfectly for attack on American destroyer USS Wayne E. Meyer. Range 7,000 yards. Optimal geometry. Fires 3 U-6 heavyweight torpedoes, wake homing weapons. Follow destroyer's propeller wash. Cannot be decoyed easily. Meyer's sonar detects launch. Captain orders emergency evasion, full rudder, maximum speed. Deploy Nixie acoustic decoy. Create false wake. First torpedo homes on decoy, explodes harmlessly. Second torpedo loses track, runs past. Third maintains lock. Hits Meyer's stern, detonates. Blast destroys propellers. Jams rudder. Flooding overwhelms damage control. 52 sailors killed. Ship dead in water. Must be abandoned. Crew evacuates. 178 survivors rescued by helicopters. Meyer sinks in 40 minutes. Submarine warfare proves deadly for both sides. Silent service lives up to reputation. 4 Chinese submarines sunk. 2 American destroyers torpedoed. Underwater battle is brutal equation. Attack first, kill cleanly, or die unseen. By 8:15 a.m., after 90 minutes of combat, both sides assess damage and remaining capability. Chinese losses are severe. 63 aircraft destroyed, 19 ships sunk or heavily damaged, 4 submarines lost, 4,200 sailors and pilots killed, 6,300 wounded. American losses are painful. 23 aircraft destroyed, 6 ships sunk or mission killed, 2 submarines damaged, 1,340 killed, 2,680 wounded. Neither side achieved objectives. Chinese invasion fleet stopped 60 miles from Taiwan. Cannot advance under American air and missile threat. American carrier groups are damaged. Cannot conduct sustained offensive operations. Too depleted. Too many casualties. Both sides withdraw to regroup. Both sides claim victory. Neither side won. They just survived mutual destruction that proved modern warfare between peer competitors produces no clear victors. Just bleeding on both sides until one quits, or both exhaust. Was this battle decisive or just opening round? Could either side have changed outcome? Share your military assessment. Lessons learned from three-dimensional battle reshape naval and air doctrine globally. First lesson: stealth doesn't guarantee survival. F-35s and J-20s are both vulnerable to advanced sensors and long-range missiles. Technology narrows gap but doesn't eliminate it. Second lesson: missile defense is expensive and imperfect. 84% intercept rate sounds good, but 16% penetration rate sinks ships and kills sailors. Third lesson: numbers matter enormously. Chinese quantity nearly overwhelmed American quality. Technology advantage narrows against prepared adversary with resources. Fourth lesson: networked warfare multiplies effectiveness, but doesn't guarantee victory. Integration helps, but doesn't overcome fundamental challenges of physics and mathematics. Fifth lesson: submarine warfare remains decisive. Quiet boats in right positions can destroy fleets. Sixth lesson: electronic warfare is critical. Jamming bought Chinese forces 6 crucial minutes. Seventh lesson: nobody wins modern naval air warfare between superpowers. Both sides just bleed until one exhausts. 3 final questions for military strategists. First, can American carrier groups survive in contested waters against peer adversary with unlimited missile inventory? Second, does Chinese anti-access strategy actually work against determined American intervention? Third, what happens in second battle after both sides rearm and apply lessons from first engagement? Your expert analysis matters. Drop detailed assessment. Share with defense professionals. Subscribe, because understanding modern warfare requires understanding three-dimensional combat. How air and sea domains interact. How technology multiplies but doesn't guarantee. How training matters but doesn't ensure victory. This battle happened. Taiwan Strait burned. Both sides bled. Nobody won decisively. They just demonstrated that war between superpowers is mutually destructive nightmare, where technology produces massive casualties on both sides and clear victory eludes everyone. The battle ended. The war continues. And next engagement will be even bloodier as both sides learn from this one.